we're going to have to go into because 2020 is just not going to let up. And when we had this many celebrity deaths like back to back, I'm telling you, it reminds me a lot of 2016. You remember how 2016 was, Prime?
Yeah, try not to think about it.
Yeah, well, 2020 is going to make us think about it. And now, unfortunately, we lost in the wrestling community Bullet Bob Armstrong. Bullet Bob Armstrong passed away August 27th at the age of, I believe it was 80. Yeah, at the age of 80. And he died from bone cancer. Cancer can kiss my ass, okay? I'm pretty sure everybody has had a member of the family that had cancer, or like I said, my grandfather died from cancer. My mother-in-law is a cancer survivor. You know, and it's just it comes from both sides. But now here's the thing: before I even get into it, me and Prime talked about because I told everybody I wanted to give my apologies to Kamala when I did his rest in peace thing, and I should have did better research, better job. I felt bad about that. Now, Bullet Bob Armstrong is not in my era of wrestling, period. Bullet Bob Armstrong was born in 1939, okay? Bullet Bob Armstrong was wrestling in the 50s and the 60s. I didn't even watch, I wouldn't even concede. And if you talk to me about 50s and 60s, I'm thinking civil rights movement. That's the kind of, history I mean. I'm thinking about change and stuff like that. I wasn't thinking about wrestling. And if we think about sports, I'm thinking about breaking the color barrier with Jackie Robinson. I'm thinking about Bill Russell. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about Jim Brown. That's what I'm thinking. Muhammad Ali. I'm not thinking about wrestling. And his career, he had a career in wrestling in the 60s and the 80s. The only thing when it comes to Bullet Bob Armstrong is me and Prime both know that was the Road Dogg's dad.
And Scott Armstrong too, right?
Scott, yeah, I believe so. And because maybe I'm not sure, but I got to check that one. But yeah, Brian James from Bullet Bob Armstrong. The thing is, that was his dad. His dad was military. He was very proud of his dad, and he's very proud of him. And you know, it's funny though. The thing was, I was like, I never knew that was Road Dogg's dad because remember when Road Dogg was the Road Dogg was the urban youth. You know what I'm saying? And with all his other wrestling brothers in the family that he came from, like he came from a legit wrestling family. I didn't even think Road Dogg, you know, he ain't fit. You know what I'm saying? He is the youngest, by the way. But then, you know, I was like, oh, this is really, you know, his dad. He's proud of him, stuff like that. And then when I really started finding out more about Bullet Bob Armstrong and Road Dogg was in TNA.
Oh, okay.
Now, most remember in TNA when he came.
Somebody help!
Yeah.
That theme song's probably the. Now we get to it. All right. Anyway.
No, I'll just say, you know, because they it was it 2005 something like that. Because I remember they stood for the national anthem in Impact Wrestling, and then one of the pay-per-views, and the Impact that did he do a tag team matchup, or he came out and congratulated when they did, was it 4 Live Crew and 3 Live Crew? I was like,
the Live Crew and the Voodoo King Mafia.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, no. 4 Live Crew. Somebody joined 3 Live Crew to make the 4 Live Crew, but he did.
Conan, wasn't it?
No, Conan was the Hispanic. Ron Killen was the black guy, and then Road Dogg was the white guy. That was the 3 Live Crew. But it was somebody else because it's still saying 4 Live Crew here, and I'm just like, I gotta check on that. Who else joined? You know,
was it not Kill?
No, it's because you had the Southern White, which was the Trailer Park Gangster, B Jizzle, the Black, the Killings, the Black Killings, already known as the Truth, was the Sultan Superman, and then the Brown, the Latino, was the Magic Stick for Conan. And then K Dizzle, and then they aligned with Kip James, which was really good.
I that would make more sense for him to be with Kip James.
Yeah, and then they aligned with him, and then he became they started first themselves as 4 Live Crew or 4LK, and then they disbanded from there. So yeah, that's how.
Remember they tried to make Kip James and BG James like a rivalry, like a heated rivalry.
Oh yeah, that sucked. I was like, well, that didn't basically work. Yeah, so he had some appearances on Impact Wrestling that I remember, and he was at a couple of reviews such as Turning Point, Against All Odds, stuff like that. When I watched the early stuff of TNA, and he was in there, for a lot of those kind of things like that. But I wasn't really invested like when it comes to the history and the lineage of Bullet Bob Armstrong like I should be. And then like even going to do homework, I just was not, that was just that right there was not my era. I knew who Kamala was, and I watched Kamala early back in the day, and I studied that era of the Hogan era because I was born in that era. But when it comes to like I said, when it comes to the 60s, learn stuff like that, I wasn't watching or into even wrestling to look back that far because I thought wrestling looked very dumb back in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? And the furthest you get from me when it comes to like the wrestlers like Larry Sabisco and Bruno Sammartino in the 70s. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how far I go. However, like I said, it's very sad that he did pass away, and I know the Road Dogg and the whole James family, is
I think it's the Armstrong family. I don't know how you.
Well, his name is Joseph Melton James.
Okay, well, never mind. They renamed Armstrong. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, exactly. So, and he has, like I said, and he has the 4 sons. So. He died, of the bone cancer on that Thursday. So, I wanted to make sure I say rest in peace. And like I said, I watched him in Impact, but I was like, why is Road Dogg dead here? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't things like, oh man, it's Bullet Bob Armstrong type thing like that.
I don't think anybody watched TNA at that time was saying it's Bullet Bob Armstrong, but I give him a pass. They did. Some people they did bring it was like kind of old for even that audience.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did have the thing. Remember the James gang that they had. Like he was doing a lot of things with his father. His dad was actually, kind of like wrestling because that's what they used to do at TNA. Take all the WWE rejects or all the rest of the rejects and be like, sure, you could be Ricky Bobby out here and go out here and be 60 years old, take a Canadian destroyer. Why not? It's like just why not? So may he rest in peace. I don't. I just will feel bad not saying anything about it at all. But I wanted to make sure I say something about it. And like I said, I do apologize for being misinformed or not knowing too much about Bullet Bob Armstrong. But he was part of the wrestling family, and since we are wrestling fans, when you lose one of the family, it just hurts. And especially with 2020 just not letting up on deaths and everything like that, it truly does suck.